What's up, losers? Today I'm back with another r/niceguys escapade. Checking out a couple of deranged posts and creepy messages from some of the finest masculine specimens this world has to offer, and sharing my responses to them. This is episode 21 in the Nice Guys series, and I've got some juicy posts lined up, so without further dilly-dallying, let's get into it.
Why I hate women. Feel free to downvote and attack me if you disagree. But anyway, a woman/girl is a mythological object that acts like a monkey. They are a disgust to planet Earth and do not deserve to be alive. 1. They're unfunny. Women are not funny. A woman has never made me laugh with any jokes, pranks, or twists. I cannot resist cringing every time a woman has tried to be funny. 2. They beach about everything. Women always beach about everything, even the smallest things. Honestly, they're so freaking annoying. They always have to start a World War III over the tiniest things. And it's freaking driving me insane. 3. They're cringe. I swear, women act so cringe, especially when talking online. They act and talk so freaking weird, and it's nearly impossible to not cringe. 4. They get offended easily. Rather it be a simple joke or something. Women will get offended over anything. They cannot handle opinions. And I know this, because whenever I express a freaking opinion on a freaking gender, they go insane. I have a bunch of other reasons, but I won't go any further. Feel free to attack me for having an opinion on a gender. I'll enjoy seeing your reasoning.
Well, that was a strong start, wasn't it? Here we've got a guy literally compiling a list of the reasons he hates women. That's one way to spend an afternoon, I suppose. To be fair to this guy, I don't think he really qualifies as a nice guy trademark, because he's not even bothering to pretend that he's a good person. But that's not going to stop me from giving him a hard time about this post. Because really, what else could you expect? It's inflammatory as all hell, not to mention super embarrassing, and, perhaps unsurprisingly, totally lacking in any self-awareness. Let's go through his points one by one. First, he says that women aren't funny, that no woman has ever made him laugh, and that he, quote, cannot resist cringing every time a woman tries to be funny. I don't really know how I'm supposed to respond to all of that. Because humor is subjective, and I guess so is cringe. But I personally find loads of women funny. And when I hear that this guy doesn't find any women funny at all, and that he can only cringe at them, I'm inclined to think that this is more of a problem on his end. Because, as he himself admits, he hates women, which is no doubt going to color his experiences of interacting with them. And frankly, because he just sounds like a miserable weirdo all round, haha. Second, women beach about everything, and try to start World War III over the tiniest things. Again, I don't agree with this at all, and it suggests to me that the poster probably doesn't actually know many women in the real world. Because depictions of women as a bunch of insufferable whiners, a little more than a tired trope. Are there women who fit this profile? Sure, plenty, but there are plenty of men who whine too, as r/nice guys. And, funnily enough, this post itself amply demonstrate, so whining, or beaching, as the post puts it, is not a gendered behavior. It's a human one, and I'm sick of seeing women be made to shoulder the responsibility for all of it, when some of the absolute biggest beaches out there are men. Third, he thinks women are cringe. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. I'm pretty sure this post is what's really cringe. But as always, you're entitled to your opinion. And fourth, he thinks women get offended easily, especially when he shares his opinions on gender. Well, yeah, what do you expect? You're literally admitting that you hate women, and listing out your goofy ass reasons why. Did you expect women to just nod along admiringly at your unassailable logic? They're allowed, and I would argue, totally right to be upset. And the fact that this comes as a surprise to you really just shows how utterly clueless you are, both in matters of social etiquette and in matters of common sense. Overall, I'm not impressed by this guy's reasoning, and I find his stance entirely indefensible. But I enjoyed reading through his post and clowning on it, and I appreciate his forthrightness in his declaration of his hatred for women, if nothing else. So yeah, my final verdict is, not great, but could be worse.
Many matured women may or may not understand. These boys right here will get the best years out of a young fertile female before the nice guys do. It's a proven fact that younger girls obsess with bad boys, of their cuteness, versus the criminal history. Take a good look at the decay of society. Nice guys do get the leftovers. If you do not understand this, dig through historical facts, or take a good look where you came from, and see how come you are standing. Please do not judge me on basis of this post. I am putting it out there bluntly, that good women get the bad name, because of the bad girls, whom a great wife material, get pregnant by street guys, then want a clean-up man to deal with the trauma the same prime girls went through. This is a cycle that repeats itself. I was born out of this cycle of abuse of many kinds. It took me to say, no, I refuse to be part of the ongoing cycle. I believe to be part of the person, to guide younger people down the road to prosperity, to help break that ugly vicious cycle. Some of you on my friends list. I do know your history. I will not name any names. Hence, take a good look at your past, where you have came from, and see it's a miracle that you are still standing. You are not a victim, but a warrior, who won battles. Hybristophilia is a real thing. Unless you want to be part of chasing cute criminals, break free, and chase nice guys, without criminal records, and have stuff to show for.
Good lord, I feel like my brain just got made to run a marathon. Though I guess brains can't run. Cyril revised that simile to, I feel like my brain just got made to squishily flop a marathon, haha. Seriously though, that post was absolutely exhausting. Even after reading it, I don't know what it's trying to say, and I can only try my best to decipher its core message from the scrambled mess that is the post itself. I could be wrong, but I think that what this guy is trying to say, in his own rambling and incoherent way, is that the social problem of abuse is a product of women choosing to go after cute criminals, rather than nice guys with no criminal record. If that really is the post's intended message, I don't know what to say in response other than, it doesn't check out. Like, for one thing, the idea that abusers are all attractive is clearly not true. Most of them look totally unremarkable, and a fair few of them are straight up ugly. As much as some of these angry dudes want to believe that good-looking guys are all assholes, and that all the nice men are ugly, this just isn't the case. And it seems to be based on little more than petty jealousy. So right out of the gate, this post's theory of how cycles of abuse perpetuate themselves is pretty unconvincing. Furthermore, I don't accept the dichotomy the post attempts to draw between people with criminal records, who make messes, and nice guys without criminal records, who clean these messes up, because as far as I'm concerned, having a criminal record should not be regarded as the be-all and end-all of whether someone is a good person, or of whether someone is likely to abuse those around them. Lots of people who have a criminal record only committed minor offenses. Lots only acted out of necessity. and lots more have sincerely repented, reformed, and paid the debt to society. There is no reason why someone who fits into one of these categories can't be a good partner or father. And they deserve a chance to be happy just like anyone else. On top of that, plenty of genuinely horrible abusers go their whole life without facing criminal charges, whether because they have wealth, power, connections, or simply have too much control over their victims, ignoring the existence of these people, in favor of a fairy tale, goodies and baddies belief, in evil criminals and perfect upstanding citizens, is hilariously naive, intellectually lazy, and impossible to take seriously as social commentary. Overall, I think the lesson in this is that guys need to stop getting carried away with their attempts to oversimplify society and magnify the apparent sins of women. Yes, it's true that lots of women like bad boys. And yes, lots of women do, sadly, end up in abusive relationships. But this does not mean that anyone who has success with women is necessarily an asshole. It does not mean that it is impossible to succeed romantically as a man without becoming an abusive douche. And it certainly doesn't mean that all of the romantically challenged guys out there are nice, because if they were, r/nice guys wouldn't exist in the first place, haha. Moving on.
Great news, I got the job, and I'm starting training next week. Thanks so much for all your help.
Netflix and chill to celebrate.
No, WTF.
Why not?
I have a boyfriend, for starters.
So, I've known you for way longer. And not to be a dick, but you do kinda owe me.
Excuse me.
I'm just saying, you never would have gotten the job without me putting in a good word for you. I figure this is the least you can do to say thank you for everything I've done for you. Other guys have had you on your knees for nothing, but I get ghosted after everything I've done for you. Really? This can be the dream job you've always wanted. Or I can make it a living hell. It's up to you.
Jesus Christ. This guy is freaking evil, and I don't even think that's an exaggeration. He knows exactly what he's doing. He plotted and schemed, lied, manipulated, and now he's resorting to threats of power abuse. As a last resort, it's like a disgusting piece of sheet bingo card. For frick's sake, he might as well add twirling his mustache, laughing maniacally, and skinning puppies to his routine while he's at it. Just unbelievable. The thing that I hate most about these guys is how they will knowingly fake having pure intentions, so that the women they're targeting feel comfortable accepting their magnanimity, then turn on a dime once they've got 'em on the hook, and play the victim when their advances get rejected, because then they can act as if they have been led on, and lay on a guilt trip, despite their having planned everything out this way from the start. It's pathetic. Like, if you want to offer a quid pro quo up front, and say, I get you this job, in exchange for sex, then you can do that. It's definitely sleazy. Don't get me wrong, but it's at least transparent. And it gives the woman the opportunity to turn you down from the start. But guys like this know that women wouldn't willingly choose to sleep with them, even if they were the fricking crown prince. So they resort to trickery and deceit, with threats and coercion in their back pocket as a plan B. In case things don't work out. Because a Boy Scout is always prepared. Right, what's the bet? This guy's plan C is a chloroform rag. And a dungeon in his basement. Size. Despicable. I don't really know what more to add to this one. I'm so thoroughly disgusted that I've run out of words. Hopefully this guy gets fired for his creepiness and unprofessionalism. And the woman these messages were sent to doesn't have to deal with him. Though if I'm being honest, I don't have much confidence in the likelihood of this outcome. Still, we hope for the best. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the posts, and that you found my commentary at all entertaining or insightful. What do you think? Was the first guy's list of reasons to hate women compelling? Are women only interested in cute criminals? Is it cool to get someone a job? Apparently out of the goodness of your heart. Then decide, after the fact, that they have to have sex with you in exchange. Which of these guys was the nicest? Let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll fling open the doors at your local prison, allowing one of the many cute bad boys within to come around and steal yo girl. Just kidding, haha. Anyway, catch you later.